Hi everyone, I'm Celine and I'm an undergraduate student at National Taiwan University. Long story short, I just finished my first semester here in Taiwan, and this is a short summary of how my study went, which is full of twists and turns, but hope you enjoy the ride. Every morning before going to class, I will do a fit check to make sure that I don't look dead like this one and this one, and here's another one. And after that, I will go down to go grab the most convenient thing to ever exist, which is my bike. Here you are witnessing the million amount of bikes that are parked in front of the dorm, and every single day I will struggle to find my bike. But here's my bike. It will always has this tiny amount of trash, like just a tiny little amount. And here's the POV of my water bottle waiting for me to unlock my bike because it takes forever. Besides riding a bicycle, the other popular way to commute is to walk along with the birds. The cons is that it is tiring, like I will be out of breath by the time I reach the building because the area is big, okay? But the pros, like the view is nice. It's a good way to relax your eyes a bit.
Iya, hari ini bajunya kembar sama Jessica. yang penting nggak kembar warna pink, beda warna.
If we are talking about classes, I also have the basic classes like calculus, physics, chemistry, and biology. But for those three, I also have the labs. So physics lab, chemistry lab, and biology lab. And honestly, those three classes took my energy a lot. I stressed a lot about those three classes while I only received 1 credit per class. So it's definitely something, but it's pretty interesting, and I got to learn a lot from my teammates and from the professors and TAs.
Hai guys, kita mau lab fisika. Gimana perasaannya hari ini? Lab fisika terakhir. Gimana rasanya?
Oh, mendingan saya libur ya.
Saya juga. Baik guys, kita harus tunjukin ruang kelasnya dong. Iya. Emang iya? Bukan yang ini ada kelas juga.
Mukanya udah baik semua aja.
Dadah dong. Sabar. Tada. So, kayak gini, wah keren banget guys. Wow. Yes. How much? I think okay lah. Tapi kayak beda banget, coba kiri terus ini gimana ya? Ini kita sini, habis itu anjay. Bye guys.
Personally, I think this class should have been fun and interesting, but the problem is the class is conducted in Chinese. Although we have English guidebook, it's pretty hard to follow the instructions, so we ended up asking the TAs every minute. So that's a struggle by itself. And every semester we need to write 3 reports in total, so I think it's pretty okay. For biology lab, I honestly have little to no videos because I'm always too scared to record during classes, but I do have to document everything because we are assigned to a group work for every single meeting. So this is when we're talking about the morphology of plants. We had a tour around the campus to see the plants, and this is when we studied about root stems and leaf structures. And in this class we need to memorize the names of these freaking grasses, and this is when we're talking about fungi. And it's honestly fun, but it's but it's always stressing me out because the class is always hard for me, and it's in Chinese too. This is an example of the weekly assignment, and it used to stress me out a lot, but now that I've adapted, it's just okay, I guess. And the lab ends at 6:30, so it's always dark the moment we go out, and it's looking like this. Next stop is talking about the unique thing about NTU is that we have a compulsory PE class. And thank God I got a really nice teacher this semester that is very calm, kind, and she mainly teaches yoga and aerobic, which is my thing. Okay, so this is the building we're in. It's the sports hall, and this is yeah, again, my friends from this class. We're together whenever, as you can probably see. Well, besides yoga and aerobic, we do other things as well, such as this one. We had a CPR class, and this is me attempting to do a CPR and failing miserably, as you can probably see, but it's really, really fun. And they actually invited like the fire department, and this is when we did a treasure hunt around the school. We need to find specific places, go there, do a stamp, and find a treasure, basically. And next is this is when we needed to run 2 laps, and the teacher asked us to take pictures to take attendance. And this is when I ran for the sports week, and I got a free food because of that. It is actually pretty fun. It's a new experience for me, and this is, yeah, that was me at the very back, and I'm not embarrassed of it because this is the first time that I ran like this. Next up on classes is the Chinese class, which is compulsory to all international students here. And it's also a night class because I couldn't take the morning classes due to conflicting schedules. And during that time, this whole building will be full of Chinese classes. And because it ends at like 9 p.m. ish, we will be on crack by the time the class ends. But it's actually not that bad. It's pretty fun. The teacher that I got is pretty chill, and I just got to do lots of convos with my other classmates and teacher. But yeah, it's pretty hard to keep myself awake, so this is just us having fun to release the stress after class, because on Tuesdays I have full day of classes with only lunch break. Because I usually don't get the time to grab some proper dinner after class every Tuesdays due to the busy schedules, I will just roam around the area to find some night snacks after class. And this is us buying tea pie, which is basically fried chicken after class, and it's raining per usual. Next up, we have the service learning class that is compulsory, where we need to clean and mop the floor of our building, which is looking like this. That is very much dusty and dirty. And yeah, and I think that's all for the classes that I'm taking. Now let's move on to the daily life of mine. For food on weekdays, I will usually just eat at the cafeteria because it's not the most expensive. It's probably just like 40 to 50 NT the most. And this is how it looked. It's going to be booked and busy during lunch times. And after lunch, I sometimes continue to study to prepare for the quizzes for the next classes that I got. And yeah, probably I will also go to the library because it's the most comfortable place for me to study and do some work before classes, because the break sometimes can be short and it's inconvenient for me to go back to the dorm, so I probably just like rest, sleep, or study here. I actually have nothing to say except that the exam week is probably the most stressful that I've ever been in the entire university life. I've never been this stressed out about exams before, especially for midterms, probably because I have little to zero ideas about how the exam is going to be, and I was doubting myself if I'm going to pass the exam or not. But eventually, I don't put high expectations on myself, and I just expect myself to do my best, and it turns out to be pretty okay. I will just go through my notes and PPTs, sometimes maybe books, even though I don't really use books most of the times except for biology and calculus. But I'm just trying to familiarize myself with problems and the things that my professor might ask in the exam. And sometimes talking to my classmates helped me a lot, especially when discussing about biology. I found it helpful for me to make it as a discussion and not like just solely reviewing the material by myself. And it eventually got better for the finals week because I was not that stressed anymore. I kind of get the idea of how I'm going to survive the exam week. Like, I know how to schedule and program everything. But the most stressful thing is probably because of the amount of assignments that were given. I'm dying. We can do this. One of the most useful ways is actually to talk to the professors directly, like this is us on our way to meet our calculus professor.
My biology notes.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Ya, ngantuk itu mindset, capek itu mindset.
Ya, semua itu mindset, guys.
Ya,
Itu mindset, berhasil itu mindset. Itu daftar yang free hub mau.
A significant change between the midterms and finals is that I study most of the times at the dorms with my friends for the finals week, and it makes life a little less stressful because during the midterms I mostly will go to the library or to the study room that looks so depressing, and I think it affects my mental health a lot, and it actually makes me less focused in a way. I also studied in the cafe when I'm bored with the study environment that I'm in. But yeah, as you can see in this video, I'm moving around while standing up to beat the demons inside me that tell me to go to sleep because tomorrow I need to go and do my biology exam. But it's actually a pretty good method for me because it distracts me from the thought of wanting to sleep, and I don't use my phone that much while doing this. So yeah.
Ini ada dadanya buat papa, mama. Nek, dadah nek.
Next is on how I survived the multiple breakdowns. Well, firstly, it's most probably because of my friends, because we go down, we cried, we passed together, we went through the same thing, and we can just relate to each other. And then the video calls with my family, which is just full of my cats. And then the free foods, this was from my professor, which is very nice and sweet of her. And then this was given by the department before our finals, and it's free too. Awesome. This was from my senior before my midterms, and then the last one is from the dorm manager. We all got free stuffs. And yeah, that's how my first semester ends. It's honestly pretty awesome. I got to meet lots of people, I learned lots of new things, and I experienced like multiple breakdowns that I think are necessary for me to become a better self. I just grew up like a lot this year, and it's all thanks to my decision to go study abroad, I guess, because it's a very different experience from what I experienced back then in Indonesia. Well, it's probably because I'm away from my family too, so I need to figure out lots of things by myself. I think that's it for today's video. I honestly regret that I didn't film lots of footages, so I don't have that much memories of me going to school, but I will try to record more next semester because I think it will be less stressful, and hopefully it will be less stressful. I definitely want to, just record all those moments to make videos. My New Year's resolution is to make and upload more videos because I also want to share my experience, and it's also just to keep it as a memory, and I love doing it, so why not? I am really grateful that I am able to finish this semester in a good way. I think that this has been a very memorable period for me. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos during the holidays. I have lots of drafts, but I just haven't edited them. So yeah, wait for it. Bye bye.